Hey guys, Red Power V 1962 here, and 2 years ago I made a Pokemon ranking list video ranking my least favorite Pokemon. And since it's been such a long time since I actually done a Pokemon ranking video, I thought now is the appropriate time to actually do so, especially since it's Labor Day weekend and I don't really have that much to do. So welcome everyone to my top 5 favorite shiny Pokemon. Now before we get onto the list, I need to clarify 3 different rules that I have for this list. Rule number 1 is that I can't have multiple black shiny Pokemon because when I first made this list, I actually had 3 out of 5 lists just being black shiny Pokemon. So I decided to pick out the best one out of the 3 and just move on. Rule number 2 is that I can't use shiny Pokemon that I already caught because that would technically be cheating. So as much as I really want to put in shiny Whismur onto the list because it is my first ever shiny Pokemon, I can't because that would be bias. And that leads to rule number 3, I can only use fully evolved Pokemon because while there are Pokemon like Slugma whose shiny looks way better than its fully evolved forms, it would take way too long for me and it would be too difficult. So I decided to make things a little bit much more easier for myself. Alright, with all that being said, let's get on to the list, shall we? Number 5. Shiny Gigalith. Now, Gigalith in general was already a pretty awesome Pokemon, making it to the number 10 on my top 10 favorite Pokemon list. So, how do you make something like Gigalith even more awesome? Diamond!
Guys! Diamonds? Diamond! Oh! Let's go! Oh!
And whether intentional or not only does it look cool, it also makes sense as diamonds are some of the most toughest minerals out there and Gigalith's defense stat is so freaking high. Plus, I love how fans add a cool glow to this shiny form. Number 4. Shiny Braviary. Despite it not being in the top 10, Braviary has always been a favorite of mine, not just because of how American it is, but it just has a cool design in general. And as True Green 7 pointed out, its shiny form resembles a lot of Captain America, who is also known to be very American-esque. So whether intentional or not, it made sense for the most American thing in Pokemon to have its shiny form to resemble the most American superhero ever. Plus, that particular shade of blue made Braviary look very much like a superhero. Number 3. Shiny Lopunny. Now, before you guys start questioning my reasons for why I chose Shiny Lopunny, I want to let you guys know that whatever you guys are thinking, that's not the reason why I chose Shiny Lopunny. I just always love Shiny Lopunny for how adorable it is. I mean, just simply changing the color of the floof to pink is such a simple yet great color change. It reminds me of a lot of cotton candy, and I love it. And this might sound like me being biased, but I remember reading a Pokemon fan-made comic called Random Doom, and in there it had a Lopunny named Cotton who happened to also be shiny, and her personality and chemistry with her boyfriend named Napoleon the Floatzel was so adorable that I quickly grown to love her. Again, this might just be me being biased, but hey, sometimes you gotta be a little biased to pick out your favorites. Number 2. Shiny Blacephalon. Now I'm sure that most of you already know why this shiny Ultra Beast is so high on this list. The dark blue for the main orb really gives off a nice glow to the much more lighter colors of the little orbs around it. It's very similar to stars during nighttime, and I love it. Before we get to number 1, here are a few honorable mentions. While I don't like it as much as I used to, Shiny Lucario carried a childhood appeal to me because I remember watching a Pokemon fan film, which it was live action by the way, and it had a Shiny Lucario who carried a golden glow to it, and I thought that it was pretty cool. Shiny Ho-Oh represents gold and silver perfectly. Trevenant is the best of the fall-autumn shinies. Shiny Emboar because blue fire, I mean come on. And Kleavor is one of the better green shinies out there. Number 1. Shiny Rayquaza. Remember not too long ago in the intro when I said that I would pick out the best black shiny Pokemon because originally I had too many on this list? Well, in my personal opinion, Shiny Rayquaza is clearly the best one. Back in my cringe-worthy days of being a small PokeTuber, I remember making a top 5 best shiny Pokemon list, and in that list, I ranked Shiny Rayquaza as the number 1 best shiny Pokemon. and it still is to this day, as the black body helps the yellow accents actually give a glowing feel to them, and the red is just a good complement color. It just helps Rayquaza look a lot much more intimidating than its usual colors, especially with its Mega. That black and orange color combinations looks something straight out of Halloween, and I love it for it. Plus, black dragons are just generally cool. I mean, just ask Shiny Charizard, Shiny Haxorus, or Shiny Koraidon for that matter. And in my personal opinion, Shiny Rayquaza is the best black dragon. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. Please leave a like, comment down below on what's your favorite shiny Pokemon, and if you want to see any more videos like this. I'd like to do some more, and to subscribe to this channel for more videos in general. And if you guys want to, please support me on Patreon. Link will be in the description, and that's all for me today. So, thank you guys so much for watching again, and as always, I'll see you guys in another random time. See ya!